in public procurement, e-enabling procurement professional. I don't need to go through this one, it's already in your brochure also. The public procurement forms 25% of GDP. It's a size of it. Okay, so World Bank has brought out this material and IMM was also involved in few of the subjects when making the material. Very well thought, rich in content, very useful, very practical, close to the work table. So the people who take up this PDF course will definitely have an edge over us. Aims to build a strong foundation in public procurement. Tries to enable those who are aspiring in their career in the public procurement. Learning methodology associated with World Bank. And then hotel management also. They can final year students also permitted to take so that by the time they finish this, they should pass that. That's how it is. So details are given in the brochure. Okay. So these are the various case studies will be there, interaction, and then we also have perhaps the webinars are also planned. Correct. Webinars are also planned, so the clarifications are given. It's a virtual class. Virtual class.
Light is yeah. Nagaraj. Light.
Yes, sir. That's a formal launch of. So then when I looked at the World Bank CPA, Country Procurement Assessment Report of 2003, it said 15% is the figure. Then I Googled, nowadays for everything it is Google, the answer. I Googled and I found that in 2013, the then CVC made a presentation where he very categorically said it is 28% of the GDP. So what is the opinion in this group? I mean, you are procurement and materials management professionals. Is it 15%, 20%, 25% or 28%? This is the biggest challenge that we face in this country. We don't have enough data. We don't have data to say what is the procurement. And this 1% difference is very significant. I mean, India is what? It's a $2 trillion GDP. Now 1% is too significant, so we have to be right with statistics. So I think that's the first challenge as procurement professionals or materials management professionals we have. And this effort is trying to bring in all these research, advocacy and various efforts together and then try to find some answers. And the judicial system. I mean, we used to hear that there are 3 C's. I mean, I will request Mrs. Kristul to pardon me. I mean, there are these 3 C's, Rahu, Ketu and something else. You all know which are the 3 C's. I mean, that is the CBI, the CVC and the... So what I'm trying to say is, the environment is slowly changing. The policy environment is slowly changing. As managers of procurement, as directors of procurement, as GMs of procurement, or the purchase function, it is becoming more and more demanding on your end to look at procurement not just as an administrative function which can be given to a level 3 official or a class C level official, but it has to be elevated to a higher. So how is that change happening? Okay, so pardon me for the 20%, I would like to remain with the 20%. The 20% itself is 20 lakhs crores. So this is what I am saying. If we are not correct by 1%, think of the impact in absolute money terms. I think so. I would request Indian Institute of Materials Management, with all your professional mind, please conduct a detailed study on what is, how do we estimate the public procurement quantum and volume in this country. In 2013, Kurtz Institute tried to do a research. They have written one chapter in that in the report. Making this presentation, he told me that out of the central training institutions in the country, for mass training, we have to use internet and ICT means. So that's where we have, the World Bank has started thinking about developing an online daring resource which can be used by the public procurement professionals in the region. A certificate program in public procurement and a professional diploma in public procurement. So these 50 leading public procurement professionals and government representatives, we met in Delhi, and it was decided in 2012, yes, there is a need and demand for a certificate program and a professional diploma. Now, until such time, there were only two programs in public procurement. One is IIMM's graduate diploma in public procurement, which has about 300 to 500 intake every year. So it is not covering a large number of masters. The MOOC programs, the free learning programs are promoted as World Bank programs, and the certificates are issued by World Bank, except when we get into arrangements with Madam Kastoor's forum and things like that, where it is a joint certificate. So I hope I could give you some details about the need and the demand for such kind of an initiative for making our own life a little more easier.
The procurement expenditure is as high as 70 to 80% of the total expenditure. The stakes are high. So the idea that waste and corruption should be, eliminated from this is the stakes are high to ensure that it is clean and effective procurement happens, for which sound public procurement practices are necessary. Public procurement in the central public sector enterprises, let me tell you, has come way beyond these three codes, etc. I think this is something that I would want the Institute of Material Management to get used to. We have gone into e-procurement in a big way because, rightly so, the Central Vigilance Commission has mandated that leveraging technology, particularly web technology in procurement. The idea being that these are all tools which will help in reduce corruption. These are as basically as anti-corruption tools. And it's though probably no empirical studies have happened, but it has been definitely identified that the impact of technology, it's a silent crusader that has been said in bringing down corruption. And this has been mandated by the Central Vigilance. So all the central public sector enterprises have to varying degrees. Some, they have their in-house with ERP systems and in their SRMs, etc., where others may use service providers, but the fact remains that they have gone a long way in e-procurement, and many of the institutions, the organization that I come from, BEML, has done almost more than 200 odd reverse auctions. And reverse auction, I'm told the Fortune 500 companies do follow it 100%. And that brings in transparency, accountability, etc. In fact, the way forward for institutes of material management, etc., would be to look at the, provide the necessary learning opportunities in such times. It's necessary to actually see what the practitioners are doing world over, pick the best practices, and then bring them in here, because information and knowledge about these are still limited. Because these are only evolving procurement systems. And when the evolving procurement systems are there, we need to monitor and report on them. It becomes more necessary. And I think the way forward would be that. All gone way ahead. Yes, maybe sub-national level at the Gram Panchayat, yes, procurements definitely are more outdated, continuous, and the related non-transparent, arbitrary, etc. happens. But otherwise, we are doing it in a great way. Now, it so happened that I had been invited to a pre-launch, UNODC, which is the body which in fact implements the United Nations Convention Against Corruption. They had prepared a sensitizing module, not an education module like this, in public procurement, basically to sensitize practitioners of public procurement about the need for governance, ensuring integrity, probity, etc. And when I went for the module program, and I said that this is ideal for something like our Vigilance Study Circle, where we are where we work towards increasing the awareness, vigilance awareness. I said that this would be ideal, and I would like to associate with it because it makes our job easier, so to say. And we may not have the resources to do such kind of a training, make modules, etc., which World Bank has, and then it can do so. But then that didn't happen because they had some funding problem, etc. In the meanwhile, I happened to be a colleague of Kallesh in that program, and he talked about this procurement.
I am Subhakrishna, immediate past National President of Indian Institute of Materials Management. The program today is about the CPO and the HR heads meet in regard to the introduction of professional diploma in public procurement, which Indian Institute of Materials Management is doing in association with the World Bank. From the beginning, for the last 2 to 3 years, there have been several workshops, and then when we find that there is a need for professionalizing the procurement, particularly in government sectors, there should be a scheme and a system and an education for the professionals who are working in the procurement and related areas. Many sittings have been done with the World Bank to arrive at a curriculum which will be helpful and close to the work table to the professionals in working in any government sector. And accordingly, we have come out with a blended mode of e-learning as well as the face-to-face on PDPP, which we call it Professional Diploma in Public Procurement. We have done that, launched this in Chandigarh, but however, since Bangalore has several government industries like HAL, BEL, BEML, HMT, ADA, ISRO, and several such institutions and industries, as well as many research institutions in Bangalore. Bangalore is having the maximum number of public sector undertakings. Accordingly, we wanted to relaunch that program and to make it familiarized with all the professionals working in these areas. We have invited the CPOs and HRs heads in all the industries which I mentioned, and there was a successful, and the World Bank person from Mr. Kallesh Kumar had also come, and he elaborated how the program was conceived and how it is going to be benefited to the all the professionals working, as I've been given. With this, I thank for the media which we have given an opportunity to give the details of the program. Thank you.
My name is D. Subramani. I am the chairman of the Indian Institute of Materials Management. Today we are launching this PDPP, that is Professional Diploma in Public Procurement. This program being a very important and which is essential for the public sector companies, where the major procurement, around 30% to 60% of the procurement is made through the public sectors. And the public sectors are the major contributors to the development of our nation. That being the very, very important issue, where we felt the importance of public procurement is essential, and the education is very important for Bangalore and Karnataka people. With this view in mind, as a chairman, I have initiated to bring this particular program, and through our support of Mr. C. Subhakrishna, the IPP, immediate past president, our national level in the Indian Institute of Materials Management, he and myself, we strived very willingly to bring this particular program, and it is not only applicable for all public sector but also applicable for the private sector too, and it creates a very 7 million employment opportunity for the people. When it creates so much of employment, the general public and even to the grassroots level village people can also have this particular program and definitely benefit out of this. With this intention, we are bringing this program to the Indian Institute of Materials Management of one of the very important organization. It has doing several other courses, the PDP being the very important one. So we introduced this particular courses, and so that the people, even the public sector people working in the organization, can also join this course and get benefit out of this. This particular course has a very wonderful module. They're designed by the World Bank. The syllabus has been designed by the World Bank, and it is very much helpful. And if you do the course, definitely I can say the unemployment problem will never hunt any of the individual who are working. Whereas already those who are employed, can really shape their knowledge or inculcate more knowledge on public procurement. With this intention, I thank the important people who would like to join for this. Thank you very much.
I am Rakesh Rastogi, Vice President for Indian Institute of Materials Management, based in Mysore. Today, the Indian Institute of Materials Management has conducted a program on professional diploma in public procurement. We basically in IIMM are dealing the all aspects of procurement, and the public procurement, which is nearly 25 to 30% of GDP, is being made by the PSUs, by the government departments, and the purpose of this program was to emanate the knowledge which is required for the officers who are procuring the materials for government or on behalf of the government. The course material and our attention is to generate the skill development and knowledge on public procurement, which will help and eliminate certain misunderstandings and hardships being faced in public procurement. In general, the public procurement is being done at the 11th hour, but with the knowledge and with the knowing the subject and having the all opportunity, it can be done in time and it can save money, which is the essential for any government project. Today we had the speaker from World Bank, Mr. Kailesh Kumar, who was the instrumental in developing the course, and he has elaborated on the importance of the course. I hope the participants will benefit by his deliberations.